Twitter is one of the most visited websites in the world. It is American social networking and microblogging site. It allows users to post and interact with messages called tweets, and is used for updating or sharing any short information around the world. But do you know how Twitter was started and who is the founders? In this video, I'm going to tell how Twitter was started and who is the founders. In late 2005, the idea of Twitter was born during the brainstorm session by boards of members of Audio, a broadcasting company. Jack Dorsey came up with the status idea that to develop software where users can send text messages publicly, letting others know what they are doing. In June 2005, Apple announced that iTunes would include podcasting features and audio's growth was halted. In February 2006, Noah Glass, Jack Dorsey, and contract developer Florian Weber developed the prototype with the help of Jack's idea and presented it to the members of Audio. It was a social utility software where you can send a text on your status and it would be broadcast to all of your friends. Their aim was an individual communicates using the SMS service in a small group. The original name of Twitter was initially TWTTR, coined by Noah, which was inspired by Flickr. After resolving and debugging some errors, finally on 21 March 2006, Jack published the first Twitter message at 9:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which read, "Just setting up my TWTTR." On 15 July 2006, Twitter was launched publicly by the Audio company. Earlier, Twitter launched as a product of parent Audio company. Initially, it allows users to send and read text messages that are restricted to 140 characters. After 6 months of launch, they renamed TWTTR to Twitter, which is inspired by birds because Twitter is the sound that birds make, and the definition of Twitter is a short burst of inconsequential information and chips from birds, Jack says. In August 2006, a small earthquake shook San Francisco and information quickly viral through Twitter and Twitter gained little popularity. In October 2006, Evan Williams, Jack Dorsey, Noah Glass, Beach Stone, and other members of Audio fully acquired Audio including Twitter from shareholders and investors. They formed Obvious Corporation. Later on, Evan fired Noah, who is the Audio's founder and the main person behind the building of Twitter. The reason for fire was not disclosed at the time. In April 2007, Twitter spun off into its own company. Jack became the CEO of the company. On June 26, 2007, Twitter closed a funding round, raising $5 million and receiving a valuation of $20 million, which is led by Fred Wilson of Union Square Ventures. On June 24, 2008, Twitter announced the second funding round. With existing partners, 2 more investors are joined: Jeff Bezos of Bezos Expeditions and Bijan Sabet of Spark Capital. On February 13, 2009, Twitter announced another funding round with new investors Todd Chaffee of Institutional Venture Partners and Peter Penton of Benchmark Capital. In 2007, when Twitter participates in the South by Southwest Interactive Conference, feedback from the audience was highly positive and encouraging. The popularity and growth of Twitter began after this event, where the company's employees saw the working system of Twitter on big screens. During the event, the total tweets per day are increased from 20,000 to 60,000. In 2007, Twitter reached 400,000 tweets per quarter and 100 million tweets per quarter in 2008. By the end of 2010, more than 50 million tweets are posted every day. Twitter's usage suddenly increases during important events or some celebrities' news. On 25 June 2009, when American singer-songwriter Michael Jackson died, the servers of Twitter crashed due to the high rate of 100,000 tweets per hour by users. As of 2021, the current record was on August 3, 2013, during the television's screening of the Japanese animated film Castle in the Sky. Then Twitter usage reached 143,199 tweets per second. On April 13, 2010, Twitter announces launching advertising features in the form of promoting tweets. Over time, Twitter updates and launches different features like audio and video, hashtags, and trending topics features, etc. In the year 2013, it has been popularly known as the SMS of the internet because it was one of the most visited websites. In 2019, Twitter was announced to be the 10th most downloaded mobile app of the decade from 2010 to 2019. Today, it is the medium to update the latest happenings around you with your followers, friends, and family. Most celebrities and companies use Twitter for promoting and sharing their products with followers. As of June 2021, Twitter is the 9th most visited website in the world. Twitter's user reach more than 77 million as of October 2021. More than 500 million tweets are posted every day as of 2021. The idea of sharing status with friends became the easiest and convenient largest social media platform to share information and update the latest information around the world. It is easy to access. You can simply register and read the posts, tweets, and retweets, whereas unregistered users can only read the posts. Twitter helps people to aware of what's happening around the world.